Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's live stream. And welcome to all you guys who have already shown up in chat. You may or may not have seen that was it Saturday? I think it was Saturday that I posted a poll over on YouTube asking what you guys would like to see more of, and the majority of you guys said, I think like 44%. Said you wanted to see more more shipbuilding and engineering live streams, and I think it was 24% said they want to see more PvE. So I'm going to take those two today and combine them, and we're going to try to do a PvE build. We're going to try to, a little bit like last time, try to theory craft it, see what we can come up with. And the idea I have for the build today is to do something a little silly. It's probably not going to be practical. It's probably not a build that you would actually use, but it has the potential to be a lot of fun. So that's why I'm going to try to do it. And the idea that I have is to do a alpha strike build. So basically see how much damage can we get out of a ship with pulling the trigger just once. I may bend the rules a little bit there, say how much damage we can get out, let's say within a second. If we're working with, let's say, something like frag cannons, I'm considering that could be a way to go. Because they have so high rate of fire to empty the magazine, and when the magazine is empty, they have a long reload to reload the magazine again. So that's what we're going to try to do today, and we're just going to start out slow here in Coriolis, try to theorycraft, see what we can get out of it, and then we might go in and do some testing. Type 10 with frags, it could be a way to go, but we'll see where we end up. I'm going to take this as a gradual step, and thanks a lot for the subscription on YouTube. One last thing before we start. I do have a bit of a cold, so I do have, of course, my hotkey for muting the microphone. I'm gonna do my very best to mute if I need to cough, so you don't have to sit and listen to me cough my lungs out. But I just be warned that there might be a few coughs in there. Okay, Matthew asked, have you or do you ever play Kerbal Space Program? I did play Kerbal Space Program quite a lot. I've both done some on the channel, but I've also done some like offline, off camera. But I did, and I had a running series on the channel, and I kind of stopped again after they did some changes where they were collecting an absurd amount of user data whenever you played the game. Everything from like what kind of stats you have on your machine, what kind of hours, how many hours you play. They collected a lot. Then I kind of went, nah, I don't know. So anyway, that's why that thing kind of died to me. Just yesterday I installed Astroneer, which seems fun. Just played the tutorial so far, but it seems like an okay game. But let's see what we can come up with here in terms of our Alpha Strike build. So idea is I want as much damage as I possibly can. So we're not going to worry about our core internals yet. We're just going to play around with the weapons to start with. And I think we're just going to go with any weapons that pretty much has the potential to be a high damage in a single shot, and then see where we take it from there. Multi-cannons, obviously not. Cannons, maybe. What about if we go with a frag? I know we can also go pacifier frags. Let's test one of those as well. We have just want to drop your line, say thanks for all your bits. I made elite player in 1 month. Congratulations. Okay, let's just have a look at these. So what we have here to start with is, yeah, okay. So you can see the cannon has like 37.4 damage in a single shot. But here's my point, right? If we go with a frag cannon, we get 3.8 damage per shot, but we can hold 3 rounds in the magazine and fire those off in less than a second. So I would kind of like take that one magazine as a single shot because they've been fired so quickly. And what would happen if we just maximize the damage potential by doubling up on that? We can go the same here, high cap on these. I just want to begin to filter out what could be an option here. Experimental oversized. So it seems like the normal frags are still better, but I think we're going to get better applied DPS with the pacifiers, simply because they have a narrower spread. You can see it on the jitter. Here, jitter 5 degrees, and here we have 1.7 degrees. So 5 degrees is a quite wide spread, actually. 1.7 is a lot more manageable. But what happens if we go up here and we go overcharged, just for like give us all the damage? We can see even here with 6 times about 4, right? That's just shy of 24. And that is definitely way lower than we're going to get with a single shot out of the cannon. So I think the frags are pretty much out of the question, at least for the large ones. So let's move on down the list. After frags, we get PAs, and obviously we don't want the advanced plasma accelerators, because the advanced do less damage per shot but have a higher rate of fire. So we might look into railguns. I know pacifiers are fixed. All the special weapons are fixed. Oh yeah, and hello to Big Daddy over on Twitch. Just been saying hello over there. But again, here we're only up at 41. Can we do anything with that high capacity? Oh, look at this. What happens if we go... hold on. Short range 30. Here we can get 70 damage out of a single shot, but it's still not as good as a PA. I mean, again, railguns are hit scan weapons. This is just a small one. Oh, sorry, a medium one. This goes down here. How much does a... okay, let's finish the large ones first. We're just doing a alpha build. See what's the highest damage we could get from a single pull of the trigger out of a build. And then we're going to try to build it. Maybe not fully build it, but at least getting close. Short range gives more damage than overcharged. You sure? Overcharged is 70%. Short range. Oh, it actually does. So, do we want to go short range? Hey, short range does not decrease your... short range does not decrease your shot speed. That's nice. And then oversized. Well, about 150 damage from a single pull from this. 150 damage. Ouch. That's gonna hurt. And it's plus 40% to thermal load, so it's gonna cook us pretty damn quickly. Okay. PA's definitely an option, better than the cannons. For now, at least. We have something we need to look into in a bit. So as the other weapons we could potentially put into a large slot. Pack hounds. Don't want to go with pack hounds. AX, remote release, shock cannons. Damn, they fire quickly. Oh, but these can't be engineered though. Imperial hammer railguns, yeah, they might be. So short range overcharged Imperial hammers. So we can fire off 3 shots with the Imperial hammer. But that's not as much damage as a single shot with a normal railgun. What is the benefit then of the Imperial hammer? Hold on, I think the trick here is we're not gonna go short range, we have to go high capacity. Yeah, is that better? 6 times 15. We can still fire off every single shot here within a second, because the rate of fire is almost 6 a second, right? So in this case, 6, that's 30. That would be 90 damage from an Imperial hammer. What happens if we go high capacity here? Imperial hammers with that's actually quite a lot of damage. Problem is I don't have access to Imperial hammers, so that would take a while to get those. Oh, Pressy became a Patreon. Awesome. Thanks a lot, man. People are saying, are we talking about a single shot or a burst? Well, I would say if a burst is within a second or thereabout, less than 2 seconds at least. If I can get the damage out in less than 2 seconds, then I will allow it. As close to, I would prefer less than a second, but in this case where we are like very, very close to a second, I will allow that. But basically I want to see how much damage we can burst out in about a second. I'm not sure which ship we're gonna go with. Right now I'm just trying to figure out which weapons works best in which by size. So for medium ones, we'll definitely want Imperial hammers, it seems. I'm just going to try, just for fun, to pitch it against the plasma accelerator. Go for shock cannons. Yeah, hold on. I'm just going to try a PA. What would we go with? Short range. Short range oversized. Yeah, but look at this. So getting these 6 shots off with an Imperial hammer will yield us 90 damage, because 6 times 15, that's 90. Yeah, that's another, as has just been posted, that's the next thing we have to look into. That is the energy drain. How much energy this is gonna drain, because it doesn't matter if we go all PAs and we cannot get enough distributor power, then it doesn't matter, because we need to have enough power in the distributor charged up, ready to just burst all that damage out. Is the idea just to destroy the power plant, or do we try to bring the hull down to 0? I really don't know. I mean, if we're going PAs, then we would definitely damage the hull, but if we're going Imperial hammers, then we would probably do a lot of damage in terms of penetrating, because like 100 piercing damage will go through everything like butter. So we're probably going to be able to do a lot of internal damage. But look at this. Look, I actually think the PA is going to be a better option, because I do think our power distributor is going to be an issue. Because you can see here our energy per second. Actually, this one is the interesting one. Damage per megajoule of energy. this is probably what we have to optimize, because what happens if we upgrade this to an A rated and we then go weapon focused and then go cluster capacitor to increase our capacity? We can see here we have about 124 megajoules of energy available. It's fun. Does this say how much energy it takes per shot? Heat per second. I think I like the PAs a little bit better than the Imperial Hammers. Also because look at that heat per second. That's gonna hurt. I mean, 60 heat per second versus 7.2 heat per second. I mean, I know we're gonna overheat, but this is bad. So I think I'm gonna go PAs. Great video, dear. Thank you, man. I think it's gonna be fun. But this is a lot of damage. Okay, so a lot of you guys have mentioned the shard cannons. Not shard cannon, the Gauss cannons, I think. Or the shock cannons they're called. I can never remember. So what do we get with a shock cannon? That's actually not... I mean, is this gonna... Now I need to get my calculator out. So if we keep the rules saying less than 2 seconds, because I think 2 seconds we can keep on target before they can manage to move. So in this case, we'll be able to get 16 shots off because we're firing at 10 shots a second. And we're going to do 14.9 damage per shot. Wow. That's 230. That's, oh, sorry. Yeah, okay. So that's a potential of 238 damage from a shot cannon, from a shock cannon. Duchess Asylum, thanks a lot for the donation as well. And there we go. Oh god. So how many sizes do shock cannons come in? Do they come in large sizes now? I can't remember. Did they put that in or did they not? Mining. Guardian. What about all these, the Guardian shard cannons, Gauss cannon, the plasma charges? Oh, they do make them in large. Oh. Oh, I have one here. I have a large shock cannon right here. Wait. It doesn't do more damage, does it? Wouldn't super conduit be better? No, not for the power distributor. Because we need as much power here as possible. If we have the power we need to fire all our weapons at once, then we could consider changing over super conduit. But I just don't want to run out of weapon power so we can't fire everything. This is odd though. Look at this. The shock... Is this right? The DP... Okay, according to Coriolis, the DPS of both of these are the same. What? Have they updated ED Shipyard? Shock cannon? Clearly they haven't. Because this is a large, they don't have them in large versions. What do they claim they do in DPS? Shock cannons not great against shield though. No, I know. But that's why I like the PAs, because PAs work very well against most. Can we see the damage type? Yeah, they're pure kinetic damage. You can see that here. Huh. What about if we look at some of the other weapons? Yeah, that's not great. That's not great at all. Gauss cannons. 70. We could beat 70 on a class 2 slot with a PA. And what about the shot cannons? Final offer here. No. Okay. You can see damage type down the statistics. Okay. Probably under offensive. Yeah. But again, there's also the fact that PH does absolute damage. We need to take that into consideration too. So it pretty much ignores, I mean, you can see here, absolute, now you can't, but absolute means they ignore resistance. That's a big deal. For that alone, I might actually go pure PAs. Exactly, I think absolute damage would actually be preferred here. So short-ranged, oversized. Advanced plasma accelerators are not very good because they do less damage but fire quicker, and we're trying to get as much like primary damage or main damage out of this. So let's try something here. Let's just get one in each of the sizes. Plasma accelerator with short range. Where's short range? Down there. What do we need? Biotech conductors, they're easy. Configurable components. Yeah. Cracked. Okay, that's fairly easy stuff to get. That's lucky. That's gonna hurt. And plasma accelerator. And here we're also going to need a plasma accelerator. Plasma. What? No small PAs? Oh, yeah, there's no small PAs. I forgot. Okay, we'll figure out the small ones later. Let me just quickly get a pen and paper here, because what I need to do is I need to calculate how much energy is being used. So we can see here it uses 5.3 megawatts of energy. And it does that firing, so that's how much it does per second. So how much is it per shot? That is then 5 5.3 divided by 0.3 because that's the rate of fire. That means this uses about, so what is this? So a huge, we're working with PAs, sorry, not reading chat right now. Working with PAs, the huge ones uses 17.67 megawatts every time we pull the trigger. And what about the smaller ones, or the smaller ones? What about the large ones? They use 3.9 divided by 0.3. They use 13, so we go down to the large. They use 13 megawatts. And the medium ones, they use 2.9, which gives us 9. So that's mediums one. They use 9.67 megawatts. Okay. So in order to fire all weapons on the Anaconda, if we ignore the small ones for now, and just look at the damage, we're going to, from the huge one, use 17.67 plus 13 times how many? 3 plus 9.67 times 2. So we're going to be using a total of 76.01. Let's say 76 megawatts every time we pull the trigger. We have a lot more, so we can actually, if this is right, we should be able to switch this out from cluster capacitor to superconduit. We might even be able to, can we actually do this if we go, oh, come on. If we go charge enhanced and cluster capacitor. That is not enough. We can't go charge enhanced. So I'll probably go weapon focused. Superconduit. That should give us enough power to keep that thing going. And look at that, we get a huge amount of absolute damage and then a small, evenly spread amongst kinetic and thermal. Awesome. Okay, let's just try to kit out the rest of the ship here to begin to get an idea about what we're actually dealing with here. We're going to go and we're going to lightweight this. We're going to lightweight this one as well. Frameshift drive, we're going to go increase range and mass manager, thrusters, whoops, come here. Dirty drive, drag drives, power plant, it's going to wait with that. How are we doing for power now? Oh, lots of power, we haven't filled out all the weapons either. Now is the question, which ship is the best choice here? Because what we can see here is that it's better to have too large than a huge, which would potentially make the Type 10 a better choice, because we have 2 small and 3 mediums and 4 large. So that means we gain an extra medium and we gain an extra large, but we lose a huge. So definitely this is a better when it comes to pure damage output. But the problem with the Type 10 is the damage is that the weapons are spread out so far apart on the ship. So since we're going to be using purely fixed weapons, that's going to be an issue. Because when they're spread out so far, they're going to fire past whatever we're shooting at. Exactly as David says here, the weapons are not going to be able... Run shock cannons. Wait, where are the weapons? Hold on, we need to get in game here. Let me just quickly boot up the game. We need to go in and see where they are actually. Oh yeah, and as Woodland says, if you're on Xbox, if you haven't heard already, we have a new faction over there called Terra X Limited. So if you're on Xbox and you want to join for the squadron, we have that squadron over there now that you can join. And of course, we also have squadrons on PC, not on PlayStation as of yet. We might get that at some point. On PC, they're called Terra X Astrocorp. If you're interested in BGS, doing background simulation stuff. If you're not interested in BGS, there's a faction called Down To Earth Astronomy, both of which you're able to join. It's Terra, hyphen, or as Woolands posted earlier. So Terra, and then EX. I'll show it when we get in game. I probably can't see the Xbox one, obviously, because I'm on PC. Now, question is, where on Earth did I park my ship? I'm in an Anaconda. What have I been doing in an Anaconda? I hope that I'm in Shinrata Deshra. Hi, I was. Wonderful. Okay. Okay, let's get ourselves a Type 10. And obviously this is going to be the best choice because the ship comes with a spoiler. I think it's going to be a battle between going with a Anaconda or Type 10. So, large. Okay, can we identify the hard points? Like, visually. Okay, hold on. This is not gonna work. Yes, spoilers sure are important in a vacuum of space. They are. It makes it go faster. Wow, okay. Great. There we go. Okay, so where do we have the hard points located? Is that one of the large ones over there? And then a smaller one there? So in front of those air vents, if those are the large ones, and then maybe similar on the other side, on the belly of the ship. Yeah, I think there's one there. Okay, so they are actually... So the problem is, if those are the large hard points all the way out there, we cannot fit any kind of non-gimbaled weapons. We're forced to use gimbaled. Because all the way out there, we're not going to be able to... Now, question is, did I ever actually... outfitting. Why does everybody say spoiler makes it go faster? They do the exact opposite. Not when you're turning. They make you go faster around corners. Because you can guess higher turning speed. I don't know. Yeah, you can see that. That's all the way out there at the sides for the large hard points. And similarly underneath. And then the smaller the hard points are, the closer they move into the center of the ship. Okay. Spoiler alert. Okay. So that means if we're fitting this ship out with weapons... we have to go with Guardian shot cannons. Because they are... Damn it, they're only fixed. God damn it. No spoiler kit. I actually think there's a spoiler kit for it. If I recall correctly. Yep. You could have spoilers on your spoilers. It needs more spoilers. But clearly I did unlock, it seems, the Guardian shot cannons. That's gouts, but... a fixed mounted short range weapon based on blah blah blah. Here's another problem though. Look at this. If we find a shot cannon, just a single one, for now. Shock cannons, those are pretty crap, right? Oh, there were shock cannons, right? Was it shock or shot? I keep looking at shot cannons. It's not shot cannons, it's shock cannons, isn't it? Yeah, the shot cannons are crap. It's shock cannons we're looking at. My bad. Sorry, guys. Those comes in gimbaled. Yes. Yeah, sorry, guys. I'm an idiot. Okay. Oh, let's remove that. So, if we look at our damage profile now... we can see we're doing purely kinetic damage. So here's the big question. Did I ever actually unlock the shock cannons? I never really bothered much with the Guardian tech. Pretty much only the power plant and a distributor. And then obviously the FSD booster. Where is this? What am I looking for here? Contacts. Technology broker. No, I have not. But I can unlock him. At least the small ones. Those are shot. Where's the shock cannons? Yeah, I know. Shots. Oh, these are not... Oh, that guard. Wait, there's. You know what? I think for now, at least, we're going to try the PA solution on an Anaconda. And that's going to be the test for today. And then we're going to try out. Do I have a spare Anaconda somewhere? No. Or do I? I have a crate that I don't know what I'm using for. This is my camera conda, cube comber, diamond cutter, core hunter, mining ship. No. No, I don't have one. Yeah, it needs to be a human tech broker, I know. But for now, I think I'm just going to buy an Anaconda. Let's see what kind of equipment I have lying around. Maybe I have something we can actually use. Start by setting these. Core internals. Okay, let's see what we got here. I have no power plants of the correct size, so we'll buy one. With all the money we're spending today. Thrusters. I do have dirty driver. Oh, wonderful. FSD. Yep. Life support. 5D lightweight. Oh, I have 2 of those for some reason. Power distributor. I doubt. Now I do have one here, but this is with charge enhanced superconduit. And we recall that what we wanted on this build was weapon focused. So in this case, I'm going to buy a new one. Sensors. Wonderful. Just gonna sell all the E-rated stuff that's now in our storage. Okay, that should do it. Okay. Weapon time. Oh, do I have any PAs? I have advanced PAs. Yeah. Pacifier, frag seeker, railgun, beam lasers, multi-cannons. Okay, I have no PAs engineered whatsoever. That's just gonna be a grind. More PAs. And even more PAs. Nice. Okay. So now we just have the two small ones left. We need to figure out what to use for there. That's not the right scene. That is the right scene. Okay. So we're gonna test shock cannons against a railgun, I think, just to see what's best. These cannot be engineered, but that's still a lot of damage. What can we get here if we go short range? Overcharged. The shock cannons might actually do more damage. We just calculate this, so it's 6.9. Yeah, it's higher. I mean, it's times 16. That's 100, a lot of damage. So suggested I try to look at burst lasers with initial impact. Go fix burst lasers. Should go all fixed. Yeah, that's okay. I'll just try to compare these two. It's a lot of damage, I would have to agree, but it's not enough. Oh, that's a lot of damage. But you can see here with the rate of fire, if we have to be fair. This one uses 1.6 seconds to fire it off. So this is a rate of fire of 4.7 times 1.6 seconds multiplied by the damage. So that's only 33.8 damage we managed to get out of that. So it's not quite enough. Yeah, but even with all that extra damage, it's not enough to boost it up compared to where a shock cannon is. And if I go fixed with this one, it should be even better. Yeah, look at that. That's just dumb. Can we quickly just head over to Inara and maybe fight the closest tech broker to Shinrata Desra? Sort by distance. No, not that distance. That distance. Oh, it already is sorted by distance. So we have one there. Yes, yeah, premium synthesis and a lot of it might work. Oh, there we go. You know, I'm gonna unlock these later. I think for now we're just gonna. Oh, come on. Ah, there we go. I made new key bindings. I think I'm just gonna buy some railguns just for now because I just want to go out and test this without engineering. And I know we can boost the damage by a lot when we begin to engineer it. But I just want to see how the weapons perform and how much damage we're actually gonna get. So we're just gonna put a very, very basic tank on this. Nothing fancy. I mean, we don't need this to be something big over the top. I actually have a 7. Yeah, I'll take it. Oh, that power though. Oh, that's a lot of power for that prismatic shield. Have we engineered our power plant? We didn't. Do I have just to put a little bit of engineering on the power plant, maybe? Can remote us just some of it? Power plant. We can go... Ah, we can actually grade 5 it. You know what? Let's just overcharge it. I don't know how much power we're gonna need. I'm just gonna finish level 3. Okay, let's see how that went. Now we have a little bit to play around with here. Utility mounts, transfer. I should have a ton of these. So this was a high cap, so we'll need 2 thermal vents. Oh, not thermal vent. We'll need 2 with thermal resistance to block that hole. And then we will need heavy duty. Another heavy duty. I think we need 3 heavy duty. And if we have some resist, I don't know if I have any resistance augmented left. Blast resistance. I do have resistance augmented. Oh, with force block here. That's a bit weird. We can change that. I'll take it. And then we need more resistance augmented, so I'm just gonna buy some new ones here. Oh, we have a... Right, we will just have to upgrade the shield a little bit more. We're using too much power, but that is easy to solve. That should give us enough power. At least the shields are coming back online. Yep. Barely. But it's flying. Now it's important to know that of course none of our weapons are engineered. None of our utility mounts... our... Where is it? Our power distributor is not engineered either. So keep that in mind. Hold on. Could we just for now... Oh, no, we wouldn't. I would think if we could go Guardian, but Guardian has higher recharge but less capacity, and it's the capacity that's going to be our issue. Let's try to see if this thing will fly. Where did our shields actually end up? That's not too terrible. I mean, we still have a bit of a hole in the thermal resistance, but... built from stuff I just had lying around, that's not bad. That's like 8,000 shield.
Detachment complete. You are go for departure.
Oh, I haven't put any livery in this. Oh. Does that... There we go. There we go. So now the question is, when we cleared the station, of course, what kind of jump range did this ship actually get? Yeah.
You have left the no-fire zone. We hope
That's
to see
okay.
you again, Commander.
Did it bring any heat sinks? Nope. Okay. Look at that. That's a nice spread on the weapons there. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. So you see, one PA didn't fire. See, we don't have enough. We don't have enough to actually fire all the PAs. But that's okay. Oh, hold on. What would happen if... Not the system map. What would happen if we just... For now, until we actually get... We need to get that power distributor engineered quickly. If we took one out of this, of the equation here, what will that happen? It's still not enough. Of course, because the PAs are firing first and then the railguns. God damn it. Let me just quickly look up here. Blueprints. Where's the closest place where we can get just a little bit of engineering on our power distributor? Core internals, power distributor, weapon focused. Now the shield booster shouldn't matter. Oh, that's fairly close, right? So that's definitely... Let's go and pay a visit to the Dweller and get that power distributor up and running. Because it's gonna be such a key component. You know what I should? I should have fitted a Guardian FSD booster. It might very well be the huge one. I don't know which order they're taking it in. But the point is, it's not firing all the weapons. And as soon as we have that thing done... Oh, was it 3 jumps? I thought it was only 2 jumps. Okay. No shields, you don't need to worry about getting hit. That's true if we get this to work, but for now... I would probably, in the final build, I would probably go with... That's also why I'm not putting too much energy into the power plant right now, because in the final build I would probably end up going with a biweave instead, because if we actually gonna try, if we can actually manage to make a one-hit ship, exactly, we just need a tiny amount of shields in case we come up against a wing of ships, so we take one down and the other ones begin to fire at us. We need to have enough shield to just survive a few attacks from those. So I would probably go biweaves on a build like this. Because what I also want to do is I also want to increase the... or try to make the power plant more efficient. So at the end of the day, I'm probably gonna go and do a armored power plant. because armored increases the efficiency and it increases the power output of the power plant. Makes it heavier for sure, but those two combined should hopefully give me enough power to make the ship run, and also give me some more efficiency. I may even consider going with low emission if we really have that much surplus of power, but I doubt that's gonna happen. Fit a fighter bay used to take aggro. Oh. I've been selected as the new leader for the squadron. I sure hope so. Why do I still get these messages? I created the squadron for... Now, I think if this ship actually turns, when we figure out how to build this, I might just call it the one-hit wonder. Thanks a lot for the subscription on YouTube. Now, the reason why I'm a little reluctant to go with the shock cannons is because it's pure kinetic. I'm not sure that it's gonna be able to do as much against the ship as PAs because of that combination of thermals and absolute damage, or thermal, kinetic, and absolute. That just means it's going to be able to rip shields down a lot quicker, and I'm going down way too fast here. See, this is what happens when you try to fly and read chat at the same time. Turn the game sound up a little bit, seems to be a little low. Gravity. Gravity's okay.
Falcon Delacy, Mike Papa 1 Heavy. Automated flight control protocol initiated. Please submit a request prior to landing. Docking permission authorized. You may proceed to landing pad 08.
Spaceball 1. Maybe if I put pips into engines, this is going to be a little bit easier. Duchess is Adam asked where I'm from. I'm from Denmark. Chemical Serenity, thanks a lot for the follow on Twitch. Oops. No, too early. Ah, come on. Thank you.
Docking procedure completed. Ship secured. Greetings, Commander.
Oh, wasn't enough. I have a plan, okay? Let's hear it. No grade 5 for this, that's awesome. Perfect. And then experimental. We could go super conduit. Nice. One shot. Short range PAs, plasma slug, premium ammo, had a big ass field scoop. Yeah.
Departure authorized.
Gonna wait until I'm outside the no fire zone. Just gonna give it a
Flight control
quick test.
Now offline. Thank you, Commander.
Okay. Let's get this thing leveled out, and let's see what happens when we fire this thing now. What? Oh, oops. I did overheat a bit. Yeah, that heat. So let's try to just sit here idle. I know we're at a planet, but let's just sit here idle. And then... in one shot is not bad. But that was firing two shots. I just want to see what would happen if I kept firing. Okay. Let's find something to shoot at. Is there any ring planet and system? There is. Hopefully they have something we can shoot at there. Yeah, we'll... Igor's right, we'll need some heat sinks, and I'll probably put the heat sink into the same firing group, or at least in my secondary firing groups, and we will need module reinforcements, and there's lots of stuff we will need, but that's all to come. Right now we're just doing a quick, like, proof of concept, just to see if this is, like, a feasible way to go. Nah, we don't need that many heat sinks. It's not that bad. I mean, I only hit just over 100. It's not bad. If I optimize that power plant a little bit... I mean, look at this. Let's go over here again. Where's the Anaconda? Let me see. Should be that one? Yes. So right now we have a class 4 overcharged on it, right? Giving us an efficiency of... what, 48? And... if we look in game, how much do we actually need in terms of power? Can we see that anywhere? No. Power plant. Yeah, okay. So we can see here our power capacity is 46.8 megawatts. And that was pretty much right what we needed. But if we change this out for, let's say, armored... now, our power generation is not as big, but if we change out that 7 prismatic with a bi-reef, so we can see here if we go class 7 prismatic, which was engineered with reinforced and high cap, we can see here that this one has a total power draw here of, oh, that's actually not that much. That's actually not as much as I was thinking it would be. It says, okay, so here we're looking at 8. And if we change this out for a bi-reef with, let's say, thermal high cap, we go down by like 4-ish. So would this be enough? What's our power plant output? 40 megawatts. So we might have an issue with power. But we'll see what we can do with it. Yeah, but I don't want to do torpedo boat. Problem with torpedo boats are that you find something and you fire at it and then you are out. You have no more torpedoes. Monstrous armored, yeah, might push me up there if I'm lucky. Monstrous is, what is it, 5 or is it 10%? I can't remember. $42. It's gonna be close if we can do that. We might have to change oversized out with something else. We could save a little bit of power by changing that, but the main problem comes with the thrusters, right? That we use so much power on the thrusters. But that's all fine tuning. Yeah, flow control. We might have to do flow control of maybe just a few of them, just to save a little bit of, but again, as I said, that's fine tuning. We'll fine tune that later. People over on Twitch said, what am I building? We're trying to build a ship that can do as much damage in a single shot as possible. Right now, I'm just testing a combination of PAs and railguns. And if it works, then I'm might gonna continue down this road. If it doesn't work, well, then we'll have other options. Do keep in mind, of course, we have not engineered our weapons, and we have a lot of damage to gain from engineering these things, so keep that in mind. So basically a sledgehammer, yeah, something like that. As also posted here on YouTube, that could be also a way to go, that you turn off the frameshift drive when weapons are deployed. That's definitely an option too. Yeah, plasma slug and I don't know why. I'm not sure about plasma slug though. I mean, how did the cold running Diamondback turn out? Not as well as I've hoped. Okay, let's see what we got here. Should we start slow? With an Asp Scout, maybe. He's heading down into the ring, so he's most likely a mining ship. Yep, he is. Oh, but I'm getting scanned. Gotta be moving so that he doesn't finish his scan. Okay, yeah, we got one. I think he is gonna be wounded. Yes, he is. Let him come in close. Wait for him to stop. Or is he gonna stop at all? Ah, damn it. Pulled that too early. Ah, that heat. Are we ready to fire? This is where we needed that heat, those heat sinks. Gotta let that ship cool down a little bit before we fire again. Definitely need heat sinks. Ah. Recharge the weapon capacitor before we can fire again. So the problem is that the plasma accelerators have a travel time. But the railguns do not. Yeah, PAs and railguns at the same time is very tricky. Come on. There we go. Ah. Is it just me or is it a little hot in here? Equipped a large fridge. Is there a way to speed up plasma? Yeah, if you go long range or focused, then you get more shot speed. Let's just have a look at how we managed to cook our internals. Whee, look at that. That's actually impressive. I need sunglasses when firing. Yeah. You know what? I think we're gonna head back to Shinrata. And we're gonna get the Jumpaconda. And then we're gonna figure out what exactly it is we need, because I want to go and give those the shock cannons a go. That might be fun. Shields are holding up nicely. But while we're waiting for that, just quickly head over here again. And then find the shock cannons. Should we go gimbaled? I just want to see here. And these cannot be engineered. Look at that. A shock cannon uses 0.41 megawatts. Oh, well, but that's... No? Oh, I have one fitted down here. Where is it? Where is the class 3 shock cannon? Oh, it's there. It uses 0.8 megawatts compared to the plasma accelerators 2. So actually switching over to shock cannons would solve our power issues. I think shock cannons might be the way to go. As fun as this is with PAs, Frag cannons with double shot. I actually haven't thought about frag cannons. What would happen if we... It's still not enough, though. Ah. Okay, so my problem with going all frags is here I've put in a frag cannon, I put in double shot, grade 5, and I put it oversized. And if we're again gonna assume, yes, we can fire all 6 shots off, still 6 times, well, that's damage per shot. Is that damage per fragment? But that's shot speed. I don't know if that's one shot. Is that damage per fragment or damage per volley? And fragments go, so we have to put something else up here. But the shot speed is also very low. Okay, we just get a direct capture here. Let's get back to Shinrata. Oh yeah, DPS is high, indicating... Oh, we can actually go maybe by DPS instead. Would that work? Wait, we don't get more DPS out of double shot? But again, with all frags, but then we could just go and say, what would happen if we went, like, how is the damage distribution on a frag with incendiary rounds? That is pure thermal. Yeah, I know frags.
Frameshift drive charging.
Frag cannons might also be a way to go. But then go incendiary rounds, because I think that increases the DPS, right? No, it lowers it actually. It's not significantly, but right, if I go incendiary rounds, I mean, I'm gonna overheat. I'm gonna overheat bad, but I know they increase my heat. They're gonna increase my heat a lot. Oh, just quickly move over here. Oh, no, that's gonna jump now. Screening shell. Oh, hold on. Let me tap into the game. Sounds like I'm about to pass the station. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of options here. This is a quite interesting project. So, okay, quick vote in chat. I think the idea of PAs, I'm gonna drop that for now. And I'm gonna go and maybe give. But I know I also want to try and try them out fully engineered, but it's just a lot of work to engineer that many. I was considering what people think is the most likely to be a good option here. PAs, frag cannons with maybe a combination of incendiary and some screaming shells and all that, like a combination of all that. That's option 2, or shock cannons. Okay, there's a lot of different options here. But it seems like most people want us to try and go with frag cannons.
Mike, Papa 1. It's good to see you, Commander. Please enjoy your stay.
Yeah, I'm skipping the torps because I want to try and make it just, it's too easy just to fit torpedoes, fly up into someone's face, pull the trigger and everything explodes. That is a one-shot build. One shot, one kill. But if we bend the rules a bit and go with the frag build, and just go for pure damage. I mean, what I like about the frag build is we are gonna be firing multiple times in a second. So that means if we have a combination of kinetic, let's say we have 50% kinetic and 50% thermal damage, right? The thermal damage would be very effective at the beginning. It's not like we are gonna get huge amount of shield damage, and then as soon as we're through shields, we're gonna do no damage when we hit the hull. If we have a combination of both, then because we'll be firing multiple times within a very short amount of time, but still a short amount of time, we will be able to utilize that kinetic damage when it comes to firing against the hull. Try everything. Yeah, that's gonna be a lot of engineering though.
500 meters from touchdown. Confirmed contact.
Oh yeah, we can do corrosive. You'll do damage with thermal if one. That is true. Okay, let's just quickly see here. If we're gonna go all frag. And frag comes in gimbaled, making this a lot easier. I know, yes, we could get more damage out of fixed. Corrosive frag, is that not a thing? Are you sure? No, it's... No, it is. Look, we can't get corrosive. Yeah, and then a PA in a huge slot. But shot speed here is 6, so... But we're gonna be so close anyway. So we can fit a PA up here. Exactly, Gimbal will put this in a very tight group. So if this is gonna be a short range, because we're gonna use frags anyway, we wanna be close. So we can easily here go short range and oversized. And here we can go double shot. We're gonna do the special modifications later. Double shot. Yeah. But again, you need to look at the single shot damage. This is what we're comparing it to. So we actually get slightly more damage out of this PA, because we're going to be able to fire off a single shot, even though the DPS here is higher.
This is an important announcement. Security surveillance is confirmed to the facility at all times. Any acts of aggression will be met with an appropriate response.
And double shot. Gonna wait with the experimental effects and double shot. Damn it, that's a lot of double shots. I have 3 shots from a frag does more damage than a... Yeah, probably. Yeah, exactly. So we've always done that as opposed to here. We're gonna go with short range, oversized, and we're gonna go double shot on all these. Then for this, so the corrosive effect has a reduction to maximum ammo amount. So we're gonna be using those down here. Do we have any other like interesting incendiary rounds, drag munition? Screening shell, that's a lot. That's reload. No, that's not it. Experimental weapons. Weapon effects.
Services at the starport are constantly being updated. Remember to visit every time you pass through the system.
The outcome of the experimental effect is that it reduces the reload by 50%. The weapon reload is halved the time compared to unmodified. So it's just like flat reduction, no drawbacks. Reload is 5 seconds. Bring that down to 2.5. Damn, that's tempting. But oversized, again, more damage. So I think we're just going to go oversized. So double shot oversized. There's also the fact that I want some... Let's look at the weapon offensive loadout here. You can see here we have a little bit of absolute, we have a ton of kinetic, and next to no thermal right now. So let's see if we can't balance that out a little bit. Exactly. So what would happen if we kept all of these corrosive and this one is also double shot oversized? What if this one is then double shot incendiary rounds and the same on this one? We're still not quite there with the balanced loadout. Now we're slightly heavy to the thermal side. We might not want that. What if we make this one oversized and this one oversized, and then have a single large incendiary, and then have the two mediums one be incendiary. Incendiary. And maybe the small one too, just for... Look at that, that's a good spread. Sorry, as I said at the beginning, I do have a bit of a cold. I think this is actually okay. I think this is a pretty nice spread. Slightly heavy on the thermal side, but that's okay. So incendiary on the smalls, on the mediums and one large, and the smalls we have one incendiary and we have a corrosive shell. That eagle dies in, oh yeah, are we counting? Should we try something else than an eagle? Like, what about a stock anaconda? So we can kill, if this is right, we can kill a stock anaconda in 7 seconds. Which is not quite a one shot, but damn. Full thermal plus one corrosive. Maybe. Seven one-shots, yeah.
This is an important announcement. Security surveillance is in effect in the vicinity at all times. Any acts of aggression.
Okay, I just want to try something.
Services at the starport
There we go, shock cannons.
Remember to visit every time you pass through the system.
I'm just gonna try to put all shock cannons on it. See what happens.
In order to keep main traffic flowing smoothly,
That's a lot of kinetic damage.
standard operating procedures and request docking permission before
So what is this combined? It's 226 plus 26, that's 52, that's 252 damage. And this is less damage. Shield damage is this 24. This is 82. That's 102 damage. 102 damage on the shields. Way more. Okay. I definitely think... thanks a lot for the script on YouTube. I definitely think the frag build is the way to go. It's going to require a ton of engineering. But damn it, this is going to be fun. Okay, let's switch out those weapons. So now next step is we need to try this out with without engineering, and then we're going to try it out with engineering. But obviously that's not going to be today, because that's a lot of engineering and we probably don't have the materials for it. And more frag cannons. There we go. More frag cannons. Did I buy a fixed one? Okay, hold on. Not paying attention. Oh yeah, you're right. Look at all the power we have. Beautiful. Those are some weird frag cannons. Exactly. I know the fix does more DPS, but chances of missing is too high, I think. What time is it? Okay, we have time to go on and test this. Look at that.
Ship uncoupled. You are go for departure.
Landing gear retracted.
Oh, we're getting rated over on Twitch, it seems. Well, hello and welcome. We're just about to do a small weapon test, so hello and welcome. Okay, let's get outside the station range. The stations don't like that. Let's get those weapons
You have
out.
left the no-fire zone. This is traffic operations. Signing off.
Now it's going to be interesting to see what happens with the weapon capacitor now that we're doing this. So let's see. We should be clear of the station. Definitely are. Okay, let's try this. It does nothing to our weapon capacitor. Try to move everything away from weapons. Try again. And we're also getting hosted now. Oh my god. So that actually means we can go back to the original. Instead of having a weapon focused one, we can go back and use a charge enhanced one. Thanks for the follow on Twitch. Okay. Let's find something to shoot at. Hey, thanks for all the follows on Twitch. Frags and plasmas, exactly. Plasma frags. Wolf Legion says, made it to the stream. Hello and welcome. Get rid of one plasma just to make the build complete. Again, there's nothing here that's set in stone yet. We're just testing stuff out. Conflict zone. Now I want a resource extraction site. Can I have? Maybe. Let's head out towards, I don't know, that planet. The good planet. Fragaconda, yeah. Oh, and to all the followers on Twitch. People want this, my face is red. Well, I do have a cold, and that might be why. And I'm trying to mute my microphone so not coughing my lungs out. So... Any tips for hitting small ships with PAs? Well, it's difficult, but the best you can do... Problem is, if you try to take them on, I think often find it easier to take them on when they're coming right towards you. So sometimes it can be a good idea to get some distance. Yeah, go away. It can be a good idea to get some distance and then come back as they come towards you. And then don't take chancy shots, because it's so annoying when you finally have a good shot on a small ship with PAs. That you miss the shot, and then when you actually get the chance to get the proper shot off a second later, you're on a reload and can't fire. So hold your fire until you are absolutely sure you can get the shot. It's better to... I mean, unless he's on his way out of your firing arc, then you can of course fire and take a chancy shot. But if you can keep him in your firing arc, wait until you have a good shot before you take it. We have a low intensity one. That's not very fun. I keep opening the wrong map. Can we get another one? We have greetings from Colonia. Someone took a detour. That's quite a detour. That's right. If you're going for engineering, you can go long range or focused, which will increase your shot speed, so they will reach the target faster, making it easier to aim, giving them less time to avoid. Wolf Legion says that he uses my builds on multiple ships and then change them up according to the way he likes engineering. It says the builds also keep up the good work. I definitely will. What do we have now? It's just a conflict zone. I keep forgetting that Delcar is not the best system when it comes to conflict zones or to hazard sites. Let's try this one. I get it. Thanks for the guy still following over on Twitch. If there's nothing out there... Oh, that reminds me. How far am I actually... I signed up for Duval again because I was running out of prismatic shields. And I can't remember for how long I've been pledged to her now. Okay, 2 weeks and 5 days, so it's about time I do my merits. With pacifiers for 3 slots, so pacifiers in the 3 large slots be a viable option. Yeah, I mean the large slots are fairly well centered, so that could be an option. Aha, hazardous resource extraction site. Perfect. Wait, this is actually outside the ring. That's odd. Who would put a resource extraction site outside a ring? What's your thought on 1 huge beam and 4 railguns FTL? Like beam for thermal vent and all the weapons for long range. That could work. I mean, probably be a decent PvP build to go with something like that. I don't know. Super thin ring, maybe. We'll see if there's any rocks in here at all. Okay, what do we got? Python. That could be a good place to start. Hello, Mr. Python. Ah, he's clean. Anaconda? Well, okay. Yeah, he's definitely wounded. Getting close, getting close, getting close. Maybe still have a good shot on him.
Scan detected.
Ah! He just managed to get outside my firing arc. Oh, he's chaffing. But that's no problem. Ah, okay, this is a bit of a problem. Thought I could actually get that. Oh, that was not him. There he is. Okay, I want a quick redo of my firing groups here. I'm gonna move the plasma over to the second firing group, so that I have an option to fire plasma at him at range. Now we got the shields down. Oh yeah, he was not wounded? Oh yeah, oh well. Come on. Shields are getting low right now. And we don't have any shield boosters, so this could get interesting. Problem with the gimbal one, of course, is we're very okay, I think we have to run.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah. People writing chat. He's clean. Stop. It doesn't matter. We'll pay off the fine. Wait, come on. That's 1,000. Doesn't matter. Okay, so it took us way too long to take the shields down. But again, of course, we are running pure kinetic, and if we change some of that over, notoriety? Nah, I don't think we got any notoriety out of that. I can't remember where they moved that. They moved that somewhere. Notoriety is per... I can't remember. Is that per ship? That's per... They moved that with the last hatch. Codex, yeah. Commander. Stats. Combat. I hate it when they move stuff. Ah, yeah, there it is, at the bottom there. Notoriety 0. It used to be, yeah, in a separate tab somewhere. So we'll just pay off that fine, that's no big deal. But I definitely think that what we learned is that incendiary rounds, and probably also the double shot, is gonna also do a lot for us, because that's gonna increase our damage a lot. So let's just quickly jump over here again. So we need double shot, we need oversized. Let's set into Inara. And get to engineering. Zoom in a bit so you guys can see here. Blueprints. Frag cannons, double shot. Okay, carbon, got that. Got that, that's okay. We need some cracked industrial firmware, but that's easy to get. We probably want to stack up on vanadium. But this is where it gets interesting. I need a ton of modified embedded firmware. Because we have how many fracs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 fracs. So to be sure, I need at least 70 of these. So I need configurable components. I can downgrade those from higher tier materials. And then modified embedded firmware, we need a lot of those as well. Then comes all the... We got the one for corrosive shell. But then most of it is going to be incendiary rounds, which requires a lot of materials. But this is all grade. Okay, this is all low grade, so that's fairly easy to get. Time to Rubigo for firmware. Yeah, it might be. But that is going to be in a future live stream. It might be next time. Then we're going to head out and we're going to begin to collect some of the materials we need. It's not too bad. Yeah, I mean, we can run some passenger missions, so I can also stack up on some credits again. Because we spent a lot of credits today buying ships and modules, but that's okay. Configurable components. I might just want to run, because I am actually getting quite low on materials in general, so I might just run and do and run Dav's Hope for a bit, just to try to get stocked up on the lower end materials. Because it's not a lot in terms of, I mean, modified embedded, is that the only grade 5 we're gonna need? It seems so. That's pretty lucky, actually. We only need modified embedded because we can run that from Rubigo. We can get those from several sources, and many places we can get that. Actually, we just go and have a look, actually. What, I think I have a long list here. Shameless self-promotion, here we go. Modified embedded firmware. Yeah. Mega ship, cross trade from Jameson's Cobra, or scan the service science bases. Or run Rubigo missions. Again, I'm considering going to Jameson's ship just to get stocked up on materials in general, on data in general. Anyway, that's gonna be in a future. Hold on, I want to check one last thing. What was it we needed? We needed configurable components. Configurable components. Oh, just stop. Zoom in a bit. There we go. They are mechanical components. So that means they are improvised. They are the lower tier of improvised components. So how many improvised do I have? That is the question. 10, so not a lot. We will probably need more of those. That is, as I said, it's gonna be in a future video or future live stream where we're gonna begin collecting the materials. We're gonna begin engineering the frag cannons. We're gonna begin getting the materials we need for engineering the plasma accelerator 2, because that's gonna need an engineering upgrade too. And then we're gonna give this another go. Might also do some work on the shields, as we saw, not quite up to the task. I was actually surprised how quickly they went down. I must have mismanaged my pips a bit, because they shouldn't have gone down this quickly. So I'm pretty sure I must have messed up my pips, so I have to go back and watch the live stream back once it comes up for VOD later. And buying a Corvette, not another one. Already have one, but that's gonna be it's gonna be it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's live stream. I think it was pretty fun, and huge thank you to all you guys who donated today, and to Pressy for becoming a Patreon as well. That's awesome stuff. Also, thanks for the people rating over on Twitch. I hope you enjoyed the end of the live stream. Again, next scheduled live stream is next week, next Tuesday, 8 o'clock in-game time, so same time as usual. but there will most likely be some bonus live streams over the weekend, but we'll have to see about that. I do have quite a busy weekend, so I'm not sure. But anyway, thanks a lot for watching, guys, and if you enjoyed it, remember to give the stream a like, and I also hope to see you guys over on Discord, community Discord server where we hang out and play both Elite, but also lots of other games. Right now we're playing a lot of Apex Legends, which is fun. But yeah, anyway, thanks a lot for watching, and until next time, I'll see you guys in space.